Hi guys, welcome to RCC Adventures. Now today we're going to talk a little bit about the fleet. We're going to start off with Ron's. You would have seen it in the short that has recently just been posted that we need to sort out the rear bumper and the O2 sensor as well. Possibly need to sort out the exhaust or at least the bit that goes around the exhaust on the bumper, because it hits the where it hits the bumper and makes a noise, so we need to sort that out. Hopefully you can hear me okay and there's not too much sort of wind noise, because there's 50-mile-an-hour winds today. But with him, he's basically being used as a daily vehicle. I'm using him going back and forth to work. If you look at him, he is great. Let's actually get a better shot of him as I'm in the bush. So yeah, that's him. Now not all the cars are here, so I will talk about the other cars that are not here later in the video. But what we are going to do, as we are going to try and cross the road, is we'll talk about Betty, our 2CV, or Dad's 2CV, the Jag, which is the XJ6 that he recently purchased from our friend Sam, and then the MG as well. So these are the ones that are out front. So we'll start off with the one that's furthest away, which is the Jag, which you'll see here. So I've got the camera in normal plus mode, like +1. It's not a 0.5 like I normally do. This car, the bonnet cable still needs to be sorted, but Dad's read up online that you can do a little sort of hack to get you through at the moment, which is cut the sheath back a little bit and do that. Socks is complaining on the MG. He's just always making noise at the moment, but yeah, there's the wind. So we're going to do that, and hopefully that will free up the cable, because it does oxidise up and rust, it being steel inside of a metal like casing. But that's really kind of the only thing that needs to be done with that at the moment. Obviously you've seen the ABS done, or the ABS sensor's done, the battery's been done, and it kept all the memory. It's just the bonnet cable, really. We can get under the bonnet still, which is good. Shush socks. There you go. Say hello to your fans. Ah. Anyway, so yeah, that is okay. So that's Dad's daily vehicle. Then we've got Betty, our 2CV, or Dad's 2CV, which has featured a lot on the channel. She's been to the British Motor Show. She went to Simply French. She's been to various different car meets and shows and all that sort of thing. And Socks is trying to trip me up. Sod. What needs doing to her? Not a lot, really. She is an extremely reliable vehicle. She just recently had an MOT, so she passed that, not a problem. A little bit of bodywork here and there, sort of a bit of scabbing here and like that, but not worried about that. Bumper's got patina, not worried about that. But if I just step back here, great looking motor. So yeah, not a lot needs to be happening to Betty. The MG, on the other hand, which you know we've had issues. It failed its MOT 3 times. Being a K-Series engine, we know all the issues that you can have with K-Series engines, and the emissions was a big problem. So it's had head gasket done, new cat, new back box, new sensors. Pretty much anything to do with trying to make the emissions work, it's been done. So this year the car will go for its MOT, and hopefully it will pass. We will see, but at the moment it is sat undercover over there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go around the back to the other vehicle that is here. So bear with me, talk amongst yourselves, use this as an intermission. This is a good point for you to ask any questions. I know you can't physically ask me the questions, but write in the comments of any questions of any of the vehicles that we've shown so far, of what you want to know. Or I could tell you about the cars that are not here. So you got Harlequin, my Mark IV Golf, with the V5 in it. Love that car, really love that car. I know I've tried selling it a couple of times and luckily didn't happen. Second time I nearly got scammed out of it, but luckily that didn't happen. So I've got a hold of her still. She's a great vehicle. I've just recently did a mid-muffler delete. You would have seen a video of the microphone being down by the exhaust and then driving around. That was before. There will be an after, I just haven't filmed it yet. So there's that. Emma's Volkswagen Beetle, that's her daily vehicle. It's going okay, it's going well. It's being a diesel, it's good on fuel, it's reasonably quick being a turbo diesel. It's got a little bit of rust coming up on her, on the passenger outer seal, so we've got to try and look into that. We've recently just fitted some rim blades from Alloy Gate. Yeah, is it Alloy Gate or Alligator? One of them. Whatever it is, it's got a bronze rim blade around it now, and it looks great. She's okay. That's a good car. And then we've got Major, which is my 100E, my Ford Anglia 100E. That is currently still sat in the container. I am in the process of building a custom exhaust, and I've just recently got hold of a flexi pipe. Not the traditional flexi pipe, which is two solid bits of metal with a bit of flexi material. It's a proper, I can show you at the end of the video actually, because I've got it inside. It's a proper piece of long metal that you can manipulate and move around. So I've got that to go on. I do need to get some U-clamps as the wind is picking up. Lovely. So I'll be doing that, but I haven't filmed any of it because it's being in the container. It's dark, I can't really move the vehicle. So I will be doing a later update. Probably when I do the flexi pipe, I'll film it. And hopefully we'll have a working exhaust. Because if you have seen the car before, the exhaust came out the side, in front of the rear wheel. Which, one, it didn't sound that great. Two, it blew like a buggery. And three, I just didn't like the way it looked. So I always wanted to have the exhaust to come out of the back of the vehicle, which is going to do. So I bought 2-inch exhaust pipe, straight section, and a over the axle bit as well, that's 2-inch. And also some U-clamps, but I need more U-clamps. And now this flexi pipe, and I had a cherry bomb exhaust with a 3-inch tailpipe off of Mickey, the 3-door Micra, which unfortunately we know has been scrapped. So that's going on, and that's what's going to be happening with Major. And then once that's all sorted, I will be changing the interior, because the front seats, which we do believe are out of an Alfa Romeo GTV or some form of Alfa Romeo, they are horrible. They are so uncomfortable. You sit in them, you feel okay at first, and then you really get a numb arse, really badly. So I'll be getting an original interior, which does mean that the 5-point harnesses will be going as well. But anyway, let's show you the vehicle that I've come around the back to show you. And there is an upcoming video on this, we just haven't done it yet. It's all been put back together, the part that needs to go on the vehicle, but it actually isn't on the vehicle. You get my drift. Which is the van. So in the previous video, we tried to start her, and it was the first time in many months. But she wouldn't go. Turns out the carburetor was just full of crap. So Dad's completely stripped it down, rebuilt it, put new gaskets in, and that's ready to go back on. But because of the way the weather has been, and him having to work, me having to work, just haven't got around to doing it yet. So that will be coming up, just not yet. But here she is, in all her splendour. Hang on, let me get in the shot properly. There you are. So yeah, we will be doing the carburetor for the back of the vehicle, getting that fitted, and then hopefully it should be running, and then we can actually do some drive-by shots and driving inside the vehicle, and actually get an experience for you guys of what it's like to be with a camper van. Everybody loves Volkswagens. Well, most people love Volkswagens, and when they think Volkswagen, they think of one of these, or the split screen, which was the earlier model. So yeah, if you haven't watched that video before, go click on that, and whilst you're at it, give this video a like and a share. Make sure your friends are watching as well, and subscribe at the same time, hit the bell to get the notifications. But there she is at the front. Bodywork does need a bit more work now, but most of the rust has gone. The bottom of the sliding door needs to be done, and there is a bit on the on the passenger door there. Then he's doing, but it's surface. Obviously at the front there, that's all primer, so that's been done. In there, it's all been done as well. Chassis rail's been done, that sort of thing. Roof, there's a little bit of scabbing on the roof, but that's been done. Where you got all of this brown paint along here and down there. Inside the tailgate itself has been done. The bottom of the boot has been done. And there's an area around here where there's quite a substantial hole that Dad's covered up with some duct tape just to keep the water out. Needs to do the window as well. So bodywork, standard procedure when it comes to one of these. They do like to rust, but they are reliable enough for daily use. It's just, unfortunately, with the fuel that was in there, just needed to be sorted. But it's got new fuel lines that go from the carburetor to a new filter and then down. The only pipe that needs to be done now is from the hard line to the fuel tank. There's a flexi pipe there, that still needs to be done. But yeah, any of you are interested, we've got a trailer tent as well. That one wasn't towed by the van. We had a previous one to that, which was smaller. That was towed by the van, but that is now towed by the Jag. But anyway, guys, I've waffled on enough. That is plenty of the fleet. I can't think of anything else to say, really. But anyway, I hope you have a good day. Hopefully you're not out in windy conditions. If you are, make sure you're wrapped up nice and warm and stay safe. And we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.